Welcome to ZENworks video demonstrations. This video provides an overview to the subscribe and share feature introduced for the ZENworks 11 SP3 release. Let us understand this feature through a scenario at ABC Corporation. ABC Corporation has two zones, a lab zone and a production zone. Tom is the administrator of the lab zone and Jim is the administrator of the production zone. ABC Corporation has the practice of creating and testing bundles and policies in the lab zone before making any changes in the production zone. Tom is an expert in creating and testing bundles and policies. One day, Jim meets Tom to discuss the new requirements for his production zone. Based on the discussion, Tom creates several bundles and policies in his lab zone. After multiple iterations and tests, he is finally satisfied with the outcome. This whole process takes him about a week. After a week, he meets Jim again and tells him that the bundles and policies are ready to use. Jim wants to use these objects in his production zone. He plans to start with 2 bundles and 2 policies. And, as there is no easy way to copy these objects from the lab zone, Jim and Tom decide to recreate them in the production zone. So, the entire process of creating bundles and policies first in the lab zone, then again in the production zone is time-consuming and also depends on the number of objects required. This means they are taking time away from their core business activities. Also, the process of recreating is error-prone. To solve such issues, ZENworks 11 SP3 introduces the new Share and Subscribe feature that enables administrators to share and subscribe bundles and policies across multiple zones. The zone that shares the objects is called a sharing zone or a publisher, and the zone that subscribes to get the objects is called as the subscribing zone. In this example, the lab zone is the sharing zone and the production zone is the subscribing zone. As a first step to use this ZENworks feature, Tom needs to identify a server in his sharing zone as a sharing server. He identifies one of his primary server, TPS1, as a sharing server, and configures for sharing. Creates a subscription key. He then provides the sharing server and subscription key details to Jim. He can do this via email, phone, or in person. Now, Jim creates a new ZENworks subscription to Lab Zone by using the details provided by Tom. Then, Lab Zone validates the credentials and accepts the subscription. On accepting the subscription, Tom shares several bundles and policies with Production Zone. Jim reviews the shared objects and selects only those that are important to him. He selects Bundle BL1, BW1, and Policy 1, and Policy 3. And then replicates them to a zone. After replication, if any of the objects are using any zone-specific variables, Jim will be notified. For example, Bundle BW1 uses a lab zone-specific variable. Jim now has the option to review them and take corrective actions by mapping them to a value suited for the production zone. This feature also provides an option for Jim and Tom to configure the throttle rate for replication. They can increase the throttle rate or decrease it. For organizations like ABC Corporation, this sharing and subscribing of objects can be an ongoing process, and administrators can create a regular subscription schedule. This concludes an overview of the Share and Subscribe feature. For more information, please visit novell.com/documentation. Thanks for watching.